We're also in the baseball offseason where I think the Cardinals, they probably aren't going to do anything except for maybe sign a lefty reliever. So at this point, we've talked about it endlessly. They made their big move, and then it's been 3-4 weeks later. Now we just need spring training to start because there's nothing new to talk about. There's nothing new.
Yeah. No, because this is where you're wrong. Because
Please enlighten me.
The winter warm-up is coming up, and there's always a huge piece of news from winter warm-up.
Yeah, like somebody lost 12 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life.
Best shape of my life.
You get it.
Yeah,
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Somebody caught a big fish.
I feel great. Best shape of my life. I feel great. Best shape of my life. I feel great.
And a father took his daughter and son to get a $100 autograph.
Yeah. $100?
I can't wait. I love it.
Who's the highest dollar guy?
I don't know. I didn't look through the prices. I would assume Waino, maybe. Right?
So they all sit up on there, and some guys are like $10.
I don't know how it's going to be this year because they're doing it at Ballpark Village. I do know that our studio is where I'm going to be doing my interviews, which is nice because we got everything we need in there.
Yeah.
And I hopefully will take Tyler one day. But I don't know how it's going to lay out the rest of the deal there. I think it might be more spread out this year.
What's up with Trevor Bauer? The Dodgers just going to let him go? Well, they own him like $23 million.
Seems like they're going to release him.
Yeah.
If you're them,
would you touch that?
I mean, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. But if you're, look, I mean, he served his penalty, and you're trying to win baseball games. It doesn't seem like a Cardinals move.
No.
It seems more like an Astros move. But look, man, he paid his penalty. You have legal processes. You have investigations with MLB. You had a third party. You had an arbitrator who came in and said, look, his suspension, whatever it was, below 200 games, so he can play. So somebody's going to sign
wanted the rough stuff.
There they are.
She wanted the rough stuff.
That's part of sports, right? I mean, we have a legal system, and if you've done everything you need to do on the legal side, then you should be afforded an opportunity to make a living at whatever your profession is. And at times it's not a pretty look, but it's the way it is. Right?
Would you
I
do
would
that?
like some of that.
Would you do that, Nate?
What? Would I do what?
Trevor Bauer and be like, you know what?
I would not.
You know, in looking at his numbers, I really don't know if he just adds another great unknown to the rotation.
Yeah.
I'd like a little bit more stability. I saw, even if it's fantasy land, a proposed trade in which the Cardinals would basically take on the contract of Garrett Cole. Which I thought was amusing. But, hey, the Cardinals wiggled Jordan Montgomery out of the Yankees, so maybe there's some synergy. Maybe there's some synergy there. I'm not sure.
Well, they didn't wiggle. They got.
I mean, maybe
the Yankees got the guy they think is going to be their center fielder. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the Yankees were very high on Bader. Even
the Yankees are not trading Garrett Cole.
Yeah, and they're not.
For what it's worth. They just spent $1 gazillion making their rotation arguably one of the best that baseball's featured for a decade.
I was thinking about the rotation, and it's like, as Charlie said, we've kind of kicked it around and kicked it around. If I had a little time machine, I'd go back and I'd make them get Quintana on 2 years, and then I'd just feel a lot better about the rotation. Like, I think it could be okay, but there's a bunch of ifs starting with Flaherty. You know, if Flaherty's not Flaherty, it's a whole different ballgame. But if they had Quintana, you know, like, I just thought that was sort of a no-brainer.
Well, how about this for a conundrum? What was the better baseball move? Not the better nostalgia move, not better for the fans. What was the better baseball move for the Cardinals for 2023, 2024? Was it to bring back Adam Wainwright on 1 year, 17.5, or to bring back Jose Quintana 2 years, 26-ish?
Give me what you have.
And give me what you have.
Quintana.
Watch me go shifty rights holder here. You do both.
I don't really care that much.
There you go.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
And they won't.
And they won't.
No, I criticized them. They should have brought Quintana. I at this point, you bring Wainwright back, not only for the history of it, but he was good last year.
Was he better than Quintana?
No, but I
Is
would
he
have brought.
younger than Quintana? Is he cheaper than Quintana?
No,
Can you get him for 2 years?
No, you're doing it either or. I honestly,
But it is an either or.
I already said they should have brought. I said I remember a time machine. I would have
Yeah.
had them. I would have made
Hot
them
Tub
do
Time
that.
Machine, great movie.
Because to me, it's not. Maybe it was either or. It shouldn't have been either or, because when you have, we'll have 6 starters then or 7. No, because as we talked about, once you hit the season, you're going to be down to 4 or 3 at some point.
Play some Weezer.
Oh,
Can we play Weezer? All I'm saying is
no. Go ahead, Seth.
it is tough. It is tough to
don't know what to do.
weave nostalgia and winning. And look, Albert Pujols was great last year. 700 homers. He was fantastic. I think it's fair to say he was better than everybody thought. But I do think in the last couple years, it's tough to manage the end of a Yadier Molina's career, potentially now the end of Adam Wainwright's career. You want to do right by a legendary player. These guys are 40 and above 40. It's a tough decision.
Yeah.
So Wainwright wasn't good
Get
last
off
year.
YouTube.
Wainwright was really good until the last month.
I mean, but you
Was he
can't.
better than Quintana?
No, again, I'm not saying it's either or.
But it was for the Cardinals.
Apparently, I mean, maybe it was. It shouldn't have been. But to say that I have to pick, I would have brought them both back and figured it out. Wainwright had what, a 3.71 ERA, a shade over 3 the year before. I mean, he showed signs that he's still a very good guy to have in your rotation. And I would make sure I had an abundance of arm. The Cards have money. You get a guy on a 2-year deal like Quintana, you do it. He was one of your best pitchers last year. It shouldn't have been either or.
And also, it sets you up better for 2024 because as of right now, and I do think they're going to sign Miles Mikolas to an extension. I do think that's going to happen. Maybe it could happen with Montgomery. Who knows? But as of right now, you have one pitcher under contract for 2024. Quintana would have been a nice bridge to give you a couple guys. Then you don't have to worry about 4 rotation spots for 2024.